welcome to another online class. This is week 5 of quarantine. Today I'll be going through a tutorial regarding common mistakes that beginners make when they try to do a roundhouse kick. So I see this very common when people first start, but it's very easy to fix. So let me borrow Will over there. Okay, I'm going to show you how a lot of people kick when they first start for a roundhouse kick. Okay, they kick like this. Okay, see what's happening here? I'm just kicking up. That is the biggest mistake I always see. People might hit the pads, they feel it's, and they get a good connection, they're kicking strong, but it's totally incorrect, because what's happening is they're basically just kicking upwards towards the ceiling, like that. But what you want to do is you want to kick into them. So we'll just take the pads off for a sec. So when you're kicking someone, if you constantly kick like that and get in a habit of kicking like that, what's going to happen is when you start sparring and you try to kick someone, you're either going to not really hurt them, you're going to be kicking like this. So you're going to be like hitting with your calf area. What you really want is turn and you want to hit your shin into your opponent. So you don't want to be kicking like this. Why are people kicking like that? The main thing is they're not turning their hips. So what you need to do, my hips are facing my partner, but when you kick, they should be facing the other way. See, my hips are now facing this way. The problem is people are kicking like this, their hips aren't moving. So to help you turn the hips, you need to go on the ball of your foot and spin. Kick like this. See, it adds a lot more power. So another big thing I see is people being too flat-footed. Even if they pivot slightly, their foot's still flat on the ground. So when you kick, you got to lift your heel off the ground and spin. Okay, so a good drill, Wade likes to do this in class actually, is, Will's going to hold my leg, my hips are going to face my partner, and then I'm just going to practice turning my hip into my partner. So my hips are facing my partner, and then they're going to turn to the side. Okay, so you can do that. Thanks, Will. To help you turn your hips, and you can also, before that, you can even just practice turning your hips like this without a partner. Okay, once you get comfortable doing that, then you can grab your partner, do that drill again. Okay, so that's the hips, and that's also not staying flat-footed. The other main thing I see is they're swinging their hands in the wrong way, or their hands are up. So when you are kicking someone, it's going to be hard to turn your hips if both hands are up. So I can't really turn my hips. I can't generate that torque in my hips without swinging the arm. The arm and the shoulder will add more torque onto my hips. So when you kick, I see a lot of people also swing down the wrong arm. So they're doing this, and which is not helping the hips turning. So you need to swing the same side arm. You can swing it down, that's no problem. But the thing with swinging it down is you're a bit open for a punch. So I like to swing it more crossways. Swing it across. Therefore you have some kind of barrier for the punch. But that also links to distancing. So you need to know where your distance where you're kicking. You shouldn't be really kicking this close, because he can crack me. Your legs should always be at a longer range than their arms. So you need to judge distance too when you kick. You shouldn't be kicking here. Here's knee and clinch, punch, elbow range. So judge your distance, make sure you're not flat-footed, and swing the arm across. pivot the toes, turn your hips. Okay, they're the key details. So this is what we want to do. And go back to your stance. Okay, so drill number 1, just turning your hips like this. Thanks, Will. You can go behind the camera again. So number 1, practice just doing this little hip turn. Number 2, with your partner, do the drill, turning the hips over with them grabbing your leg. And then number 3, I'm just going to use this chair. So if you're at home, you've got no one to train with, you can use this chair or any chair you have. So get loose, and then what you're going to do is practice kicking over the chair. So we're just going to practice lifting our heel off the ground, spinning on the ball of our foot, swing that arm across, turning those hips. Okay, 3 key points. Pivot, hip turn, arm cross. And then we go back. Okay, try spin 360. It's okay if you can't, as long as you turn your hips. As long as you turn your hips, you should be able to swing back into your original stance. So ball of your foot, spin, try kick over your chair. Okay. Any questions on the stream? Okay, so they're your common mistakes when you first start kicking. But if you apply those 3 main points, lift the heel, pivot on the ball of your foot, turn the hips, swing the arm, the more better your kick will be, the more powerful, and then you can do the correct way on how to kick. That's it for today, guys. Keep training hard.